This is the OTB Television Network, a service of Capital District Off-Track Betting.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Horses and Courses. We wrap up the terrific Thanksgiving Day and weekend of stakes action from around the country. Calder will kick us off the My Charmer handicap at 9-5. Kaya won.
They're all in line. And they're off. Good start for Naples Bay. Good start for Wicked Knight. Now Speak Easy Gal moves up on the far side, and Call Me the Squeeze is just in behind the leaders. Kaya won. Came away in the fifth spot. She's just to the inside of both, a couple of them now. Janice Elaine near the back of the pack. No speed at all from Who Why today. She's taken back to last with 1 lap to go and already 8 or 9 lengths off the lead of surprise leader Wicked Knight, who takes it to Speak Easy Gal through a 23-second opening quarter. So Wicked Knight trying to stretch her speed this afternoon, and she's a clear leader. They go into the clubhouse turn. She's opened up on Speak Easy Gal to lead it by 2. Naples Bay has a good stalking spot in the clear. She's third and now less than 2.5 lengths off the lead, and Janice Elaine on hold behind her. Kaya One is down along the inside. She was able to save ground around the turn. Who Why is very eager and already out of last, and Call Me the Squeeze now the trailer. They are very well bunched after a 47 3/2 mile, and there goes Speak Easy Gal to take over the lead. She sticks her head out in front of Wicked Knight, who's now working harder to stray with Speak Easy Gal going to the far turn. Naples Bay still on hold and still confidently ridden. She's only a length off the lead. Janice Elaine is moving up on the far side. Now Naples Bay says go, and there she goes. Naples Bay takes over the lead as they move into the turn. Janice Elaine right to her on the outside. Kaya One is coming off the hedge, and she's coming with a good run now 3 wide. Call Me the Squeeze from the back of the pack. It's Naples Bay in front as they swing for home. Kaya One swings into action for Paco Lopez. Naples Bay, Kaya One, these two, Janice Elaine between them third. Kaya One now forging to the lead. Kaya One getting away from Naples Bay, and it's Kaya One drawing away to take the My Charmer. Naples Bay was second, Janice Elaine, and a late running Who Why.
And Chad Brown sends out the winner, Kaya One, in the 30th running of the My Charmer handicap. Paco Lopez aboard the $5.60 winner, with Naples Bay finishing second and Janice Elaine third in the My Charmer. Continuing on with stakes action from Calder, the Fred Hooper handicap, ladies and gentlemen, and at 3-10, Casaba.
They're all in line. And they're off. Good start for the favorite Chaba. Good start for Two Is Too Many from the outside. It's Chaba who takes command right away. Chaba to the inside of Two Is Too Many, and Fair Wit runs third with 1 lap to go. They're followed by Duke Duke. He's already 4.5, now 5 lengths off the lead of the favorite Chaba. The gray He's Spectacular is caught up on the outside, and Decaf again will bide his time from the back of the pack. He's last of the 6 and already about a dozen lengths back of Chaba and top jock Luis Saez. Chaba got the opening quarter in 24-1, just mild pressure from Two Is Too Many, and Fair Wit has found his way into the 3 path now, and he's ranging up outside the 2 leaders, and these first 3 have gotten away a bit from the others. They're about 9 lengths clear of Duke Duke, who's just biding his time in 4th. He's Spectacular is in behind that. Now he's a dozen lengths off the lead, which makes Decaf again about 17 lengths last after a 48 4/2 mile. Chaba the leader, Fair Wit now applying pressure from the outside. Two Is Too Many has dropped back just a bit. He's third, but now about 3 lengths off the 2 leaders as they go into the far turn. Duke Duke is still confidently ridden in 4th, but he's now 10 lengths away, and He's Spectacular trying to follow him as they start to uncoil from 4th and 5th. Now Duke Duke accelerates noticeably, and he's on the move. Duke Duke and Orlando Boca Chica now into 3rd, and they're the ones moving best at all. Chaba, who's disposed of Fair Wit for the time being. Chaba coming under a little bit of a ride wide, but he's clear as they arrive at the head of the stretch, and Duke has now run into the second spot, but he's still 4 lengths back. Chaba has 1 furlong to go, in front by 3.5. Duke is continuing to make ground on Chaba, who's getting a little bit tired. Chaba in front. Duke has an upset chance. Chaba, Duke down to the line in the Hooper. Too tight to call. Chaba inside, Duke outside, inseparable in the Fred W. Hooper handicap.
Casaba scores the $2.10 victory. Why? Because there's a dead heat with Duke, ladies and gentlemen. Duke ends up paying $2.60 as the 7-2 second choice in the Fred Hooper. And Fairwit, 24-1, finishes third behind the dead heat in the Fred Hooper. Now on to the turf, 1.5 miles. The William McKnight handicap at 3-2. I owe you big time.
They're all in line. And they're off. Center Divider broke on top. Twilight Eclipse is there between runners, and I Owe You Big Time showing his normal early speed, and he comes on through to stick his head out in front. Manchurian High is now moved to a joint third and only less than 3 lengths off the lead. Prince Will I Am is a joint fifth right now. He's outside both Mucho Mas Macho and Forte de Marmi, who's made his way over to the hedge and will save ground into that first turn. Vertiformer is widest out. He's 3 or 4 wide right now, and Manchurian High really having all sorts of troubles, stepping on the brakes and checking badly as they go into the turn. I Owe You Big Time has established a clear lead for Jeffrey Sanchez. It's I Owe You Big Time in front as they come to the top of the stretch. 25-1 was the opening panel for I Owe You Big Time, who's out where he likes to be, clear by 2.5, maybe 3. Twilight Eclipse runs in the second spot. Center Divider is on the stand side. They're followed by Forte de Marmi, and he's fourth right now. He's only 5.5 lengths off the pace of I Owe You Big Time. Mucho Mas Macho has 9 lengths to make up. Prince Will I Am just in behind that, then Vertiformer, and after that trouble, Manchurian High now trails after a 49-4 half mile. I Owe You Big Time well within himself, despite being clear by about 5.5 lengths. It's I Owe You Big Time establishing a big lead as they run onto the backstretch. Twilight Eclipse still there in the second spot. Now Forte de Marmi is getting a little bit closer. He's up to third, almost a joint second, and doesn't want to get the free running, let the free running I Owe You Big Time get too far out. And now Forte de Marmi is starting to reel him in. He's into second, and he's only 3 lengths away. Center Divider is trying to run with him from the outside. Then Prince Will I Am. They're followed by Mucho Mas Macho, Vertiformer, and Manchurian High. 3/4, 1:13. The mile, 1:37.3 for I Owe You Big Time, who now has company going into the far turn. Sanchez hasn't really asked I Owe You Big Time yet, and now he steps on the gas just a bit, and they're still in front by 2. Twilight Eclipse now back to second. Suddenly Forte de Marmi is working harder, and he's going the wrong way. They're at the head of the stretch in the McKnight. I Owe You Big Time the leader. A big challenge from Twilight Eclipse. Mucho Mas Macho swings into action. Vertiformer on the stand side. It's Twilight Eclipse and Manuel Cruz who come away with the lead. Twilight Eclipse from Mucho Mas Macho as they run down to the line, and Twilight Eclipse wins the McKnight. Mucho Mas Macho second, Vertiformer, and a tiring I Owe You Big Time.
Twilight Eclipse, $24.80 for West Point Thoroughbreds and Tom Albatrani. They score the upset victory ahead of the nearly 40-1 Mucho Mas Macho and Vertiformer, 11-1. The trifecta, the $2 trifecta, $11,677.80. I Owe You Big Time, the 3-2 favorite, checks in fourth. Churchill Downs, big closing weekend action down there on Thanksgiving. They ran the Fall City Handicap, a Fleeting Lady, 6-5.
They're in the gate. And they're off in the Fall City Handicap. A Fleeting Lady towards the outside is right up there in the early going, and so too is Arena Elvira with Joyful Victory right through on the inside rail. Joyful Victory now goes a neck in front over Arena Elvira racing in second. A Fleeting Lady in third around the clubhouse turn. Ain't She a Saint is next, followed by Sea Level Drive. At the back of the field are Brushed by a Star and Maristar with less than 7/8 of a mile ahead of them. 23-3 for the opening quarter mile. Joyful Victory, Rob Bobby Alvarado out in front now, a length and a tail to a Fleeting Lady and Joel Rosario giving chase in second. Now 2.5 lengths back to Arena Elvira, racing in a clear third. In fourth position, Sea Level Drive towards the outside of Ain't She a Saint. A further break then of 2 lengths back to Maristar and Brush by a Star at the back of the field. The half in 47 and 3 through halfway in the 97th running of the Falls City Handicap. Joyful Victory has her elegant grey head in front by only a head now to on the outside of Fleeting Lady, who now looms around the outside. A break of 3 lengths back to Sea Level Drive, who is around the outside of Ain't She a Saint, and then Arena Elvira from the back of the field. Brush by a Star tries to roll. Maristar is at the back of the field with 2.5 furlongs to go. A Fleeting Lady took the lead and moved effortlessly into a 3-length advantage. Joyful Victory is in second. Down the outside, Brush by a Star continues to come on, re-rallying to the inside. Arena Elvira inside the final furlong now. A Fleeting Lady is out in front. Brush by a Star has got now to within 2.5 lengths. A 16th from the wire. A Fleeting Lady's out in front, but all out to in second. Brush by a Star racing to the line. A Fleeting Lady to win the Falls City Handicap for Joel Rosario and Dale Romans, and beat Brush by a Star into second, and then to the inside Arena Elvira, and on the outside Joyful Victory.
Dale Romans sends out the winner with Joel Rosario in the saddle, returning $4.60 on the Thanksgiving Day feature. Brush by a Star finishing second. Joyful Victory, second choice in the wagering, finishes third in the 97th Fall City. Friday evening, the 138th running of the Clark Handicap, the retirement race for Shackleford, the New York bred Lunar Victory, the 5-2 favorite.
The winners of 33 races in the gate. And they're off in the Clark Handicap. Mission Impassable flashes early speed on the outside, and Shackleford is through on the inside. Shackleford is the leader. It's Shackleford out in front to Take Charge Indy racing in second, and then Eye of the Leopard to the inside with the grey Mission Impassable. Lunar Victory is racing out wide, now drifting in, racing in fifth. Bourbon Courage in sixth. Cease is in seventh. Steel Case is in eighth. And at the back of the field is Fast Falcon. They went through the quarter in 24 and 1, and Shackleford has got a comparatively easy lead here of a length and a half over Take Charge Indy, letting him get away in second. And then on the outside, Mission Impassable is in third. Eye of the Leopard over racing to the inside in fourth. Lunar Victory is in fifth. A break of 2 lengths back to Bourbon Courage. Cease on that one's outside. Steel Case just nudged along, and at the back of the field is Fast Falcon the half in 48 and 3 as they go through halfway in the 138th running of the Clark Handicap. Shackleford has another half mile of his career to race, and he has the lead in the Clark by a length and a half. Take Charge Indy is in second. Lunar Victory now towards the inside. Mission Impassable has already been ridden along. So too is Bourbon Courage. Eye of the Leopard has checked out as they now begin to make the turn, and Shackleford is still in hand around the outside. Take Charge Indy is now in second and taking dead aim at Shackleford, but Shackleford has the lead into the lane. Take Charge Indy now in second. On the inside is Lunar Victory. Then down the outside, staying on is Bourbon Courage. Shackleford, though, has turned away Take Charge Indy. The last to challenge will be Bourbon Courage, but the one who's got the courage in spades is Shackleford. He's out in front, but he needs the line. Shackleford wins the Clark. Shackleford goes into retirement with a brilliant, emphatic front-running victory in the 138th running of the Clark Handicap.
But Shackleford able to make the front end under comfortable fractions of 24 and change, 48 and change, 112 and change, 136 and change. He 24'd him to death, ladies and gentlemen, under Jesus Castanon. They score the extremely popular victory for Dale Romans, the winner's circle, and rightfully so, for this fine 3-year-old, 4-year-old offspring of forestry. Returns $7.80 as the second choice in the Grade 1 Clark Handicap. Take Charge Indy, the 3-year-old, finishes second, with Bourbon Courage finishing third. Lunar Victory, the favorite, checks in fourth. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, more action from Churchill Downs.
And they're CapitalOTB.com with more than 70 convenient locations, internet wagering at CapitalOTB.com, and live operators ready to take your call. Capital OTB is the better choice for wagering on thoroughbred and harness racing. Stop by one of our locations to bet in person or open a Capital Bets account and place your bets over the phone or at CapitalOTB.com. Whether you're on the road or in the comfort of your own home, Capital OTB is the better choice.
And continuing with the stakes action from Churchill Downs Saturday afternoon, 2 juvenile stakes races. Up first, the fillies in the mile of 16th Goldenrod, the 2-1 favorite, Galabout Town.
2-year-old fillies in the gate. And they're off in the Goldenrod, and Pinchback at the start was Liberated. Sent on towards the inside, Pow Wow Wow. With this one is Cloudy Vow around that one's outside, and 3 wide is Galabout Town. Drifting to the rail, Silver Strike now racing in 4th. Sanine Girl is in 5th, and bump there on the turn was Broken Spell, was given a bump there by Street of Gold as Sanine Girl moved in from out wide. Back at the field is Dana Lake with the Prejudice at the start, Liberated last of all. Going down the back stretch in 23 and 4 for the opening quarter mile, and Pow Wow Wow has got the lead now by a length. In second is Cloudy Vow, and a length and a half back to the third, who is Galabout Town. With 5/8 of a mile to go, in 4th is Silver Strike, and then Sanine Girl making ground on the outside. A break of 3 lengths back to Broken Spell, who tries to make ground through on the inside of Street of Gold, and then Dana Lake and Liberated at the back of the pack. 48 and 1 for the half mile in the 69th running of the Goldenrod, and still Pow Wow Wow and Calvin Burrell have got the lead. Racing in second now around the outside is Galabout Town, between horses Cloudy Vow, then Sanine Girl, followed on the inside by Silver Strike. Dana Lake is hard driven, then Liberated having to go brutally wide. These are being followed by Broken Spell and Street of Gold at the back of the field. This is up for grabs, but Galabout Town has taken the lead. Sanine Girl down the outside in second, Liberated coming on down the centre of the course, a furlong to go in the Goldenrod, and it's Sanine Girl on the outside and Miguel Mena on the inside, Galabout Town and Jesus Casnon. They've got another yards to go. Sanine Girl has just got ahead in front and racing towards the line. It is Sanine Girl for a 31-1 shocking result in the 69th running of the Goldenrod. It was Sanine Girl who deprived Galabout Town, and they pulled clear of the rest.
And in a tremendous upset, Sanine Girl, by far the longest shot on the board, 31-1. The next long shot was 16-1. Scores the smashing $64 upset victory for Bernie Friend and Miguel Mena. Folks, my records go back many years for the Goldenrod. I have not seen a $64 winner. Galabout Town, the favorite, finishes second. Liberated, well back early, finishes third. Now time for the 2-year-old colts, the 86th running of the Kentucky Jockey Club. At 9-5, recent winner of the Iroquois, Uncaptured.
They're in the gate. And they're off in the Kentucky Jockey Club. Positively ridden to the outside. Dewey's Square and also Uncaptured through on the inside with Track Rocker and also Frack Daddy as they go around the clubhouse turn. And it's Track Rocker who now moves on and gets the lead. Uncaptured to the inside rail, racing in second. Frack Daddy is in third. To the inside, Lou and Mike in fourth. Around the outside, Dewey's Square is in fifth. Joha is in sixth. Positively is in seventh. On the inside, Will Take Charge is racing in eighth. Tesseron. And then around that one's outside, Indiano Jones. A break then of a couple of lengths back to Java's War, who went a little bit wide around the turn. Back in the field is Fear of the Kitten, and out the back of the pack is Silver Tongued. 24 and 1 was the opening quarter mile in the 86th running of the Kentucky Jockey Club. And Track Rocker and Sean Bridgemahan lead the way. In second, the favourite Uncaptured through the half of 49 flat. They've got half a mile to go. Frack Daddy will be 3 wide as they go around the turn. Towards the inside is Lou and Mike, being followed through by Tesseron, and they're on the turn now towards the final 3/8, and the first group of 8 here are covered by only about 5 lengths. It is now uncaptured around the outside of Track Rocker. Wider still is Frack Daddy, Tesseron, followed by Dewey Square, the red and yellow silks. Johar was next, followed into the home stretch by Java's War, who is coming on, and Frack Daddy has now taken the lead, uncaptured to the inside in second and battling back. Tesseron is now in third, Dewey Square, Java's War, then towards the inside Track Rocker, and down the wide outside is Fear of the Kitten, through on the inside, uncaptured, has come and reclaimed the lead. Frack Daddy's having another go at him on the outside, down the outside, Dewey Square, racing to line, uncaptured to win the Kentucky Jockey Club. It was uncaptured in a really game performance to beat Frack Daddy as they slugged it out down the lane, and Dewey Square was closing with every stride.
Uncaptured now 2 for 2 on dirt for John Oxley and Mark Cassidy and Miguel Mena. They scored the favorite victory, turning $5.60. Frack Daddy, to me, appeared to have every chance in the lane, finishes second, and Dewey Square, making the third career start for Dale Romans, finishes third. But uncaptured, now 2 for 2, 2 very sharp juvenile performances on dirt, 2 for 2 on dirt, that is, at Churchill Downs. Sunday afternoon, closing day at the Churchill Downs Fall Meet. The 35th running of the River City Handicap, odds on Boisterous.
Temerain triggering off Swift Warrior. And they're off in the River City Handicap. It was quite a level break with the exception of Temerain, who dwelt and trails the field in the early stages. On the inside, Global Power is out in front and leads the way to Skyring, with the white blinkers giving chase in second. On the outside, Stormy Lord is in third, Boisterous against the hedge in a share of fourth with Guy's Reward, and on their outside, Swift Warrior, and wider still is Depeche Chat. Next in the field is Miami Deco, a break then of a length and a half to Skyring towards the inside, followed through by Keep Up, who's towards the rear of the field. Also, Midi is out the back, and Temerain along last. 3/4 of a mile to go, the first quarter, 23 and 4. And out in front, Global Power and Joe Rocco Jr. And they lead now by nearly 3 lengths as they go to halfway in the 35th running of the River City Handicap. Global Power took the half in 47 and 1 and is clear by 3. To in second is Sky Ring. On the outside in third is Stormy Lord. In fourth, Boisterous, and then Guy's Reward. With towards there outside Miami Deco making ground, and wider still is Swift Warrior as they go into another turn. Then towards the inside is Optimizer racing in advance of Depeche Chat. A break then to Keep Up. Through on the inside is Midi, and still at the back of the field is Temerain. But it's Global Power out in front trying to spring the shock. He's out in front by a length and a half. 2 in second, Sky Ring. Now Boisterous bursting through between those two. On the outside, Swift Warrior. Guy's Reward is being driven. Racing inside the final full and a half. Boisterous now pokes the nose through the gap and gets the lead. Over in second, Global Power. On the outside, Swift Warrior. Down the wide outside is Keep Up. Deep inside the final 16th, Keep Up, Boisterous, and then Swift Warrior racing towards the line. Keep Up, Miguel Mena. What a great weekend for Miguel Mena, who takes yet another stakes race on closing weekend at Churchill Downs as Keep Up and Miguel Mena take the 35th running of the River City Handicap.
Keep Up, though, with Miguel Mena. A 30-to-1 shot gets home for Alec Clarkson and Mill Ridge Farm, returns $62.60. Well back early, gets up to score by half a length over the 9-to-10 favorite, Boisterous, who finishes ahead in front of Sky Ring, who was 50-to-1. So with the 2 bombers and the 9-to-10 favorite, the trifecta comes back nearly 6,500 in the River City. Turning our attention out west, Thursday afternoon, Thanksgiving Day, the opener, 2-year-olds in the Hollywood Preview.
They're off. Very even start. Shaking it up shows speed, and so does Really Mr. Greeley, and it will be Really Mr. Greeley out of the chute to set the pace from Z Big Apple and Now Super 99. Shaking it up, broke right with the front runners, but now drops back alongside his Air Kitty, and Air Kitty moves into fourth. Up the backstretch, Really Mr. Greeley is the leader. It is Really Mr. Greeley, and he's got a length and 3/4 over Z Big Apple, who tracks from second. Air Kitty is tugged all the way up into third now, and she's really on the move. Air Kitty now within 2 of the lead, a joint second. Super 99 gallops along in fourth and about 3.5 off the lead, and the trailer is shaking it up as they leave the backstretch in the 31st Hollywood Preview Stakes, and Really Mr. Greeley trying to go it all the way. Air Kitty has moved off the rail, and she's within a half length of the lead. Z Big Apple just outside of Air Kitty. Then Super 99, fourth now, but only 2 from the front. Hasn't been asked to go yet. Shaking it up alongside that one. Top of the stretch, they run. Really Mr. Greeley cuts the corner and is back in front clear. Really Mr. Greeley, a length and a half to Z Big Apple. Here's Super 99 in the center of cushion track, and Super 99 is trying to run down Really Mr. Greeley. Looks like it's one of these two. Really Mr. Greeley. Super 99 shaking it up late. Really Mr. Greeley. Really Mr. Greeley held off Super 99 and shaking it up. Z Big Apple finished fourth.
Really Mr. Greeley. Bob Baffert, Julian Leparoux, they step out and make every pole a winning one in the Hollywood Preview as the longest shot on the board for Bob Baffert, winning a juvenile stakes in Southern California. Who'd have thunk it? $24.60 the mutual over the 4 to 5 favorite. Super 99, shaking it up, finishes third in the field of 5 in Thursday's Hollywood Preview. Friday afternoon, we kick off the Hollywood Turf Festival. The Citation, 2 to 1, Ultimate Eagle.
They're at the post. They're off. Ultimate Eagle broke beautifully, and he's sent out to command by Martin Pedroza. Tale of a Champion away in second. Temple's Door comes away running a sharp third. Data Link is fourth early, then Geronimo and Doubles Partner, and the early trailer is Interaction. Ultimate Eagle going to fan them out at the clubhouse turn. That's a patented Pedroza move there, and Ultimate Eagle leads by a length and a quarter from Tale of a Champion, who has to take back or be 4 wide. Data Link, meanwhile, draws nearer at the rail, and he moves up. Just outside of those two is Temple's Door. Ultimate Eagle leads by a length and a quarter. Then comes Doubles Partner and Geronimo. They race about 4.5 from the front. Interaction is the trailer, and they run up the backstretch. Ultimate Eagle gets a challenge from a very headstrong Tale of a Champion. Bejarano trying to keep Tale of the Champion way out in the middle of the track, so he doesn't engage Ultimate Eagle yet at the half-mile pole. They run into the far turn in the 35th. Citation handicap, Ultimate Eagle, 3 furlongs from the wire and 3/4 of a length in front of Tale of a Champion, who's now in second. At the rail, Temple's Door is advanced to third, 2 from the front. Data Link has 2.5 lengths to make up. Geronimo and Interaction, 5 from Ultimate Eagle. The trailer is Doubles Partner. At the top of the stretch they run. Ultimate Eagle is the leader. He cuts the corner. Temple's Door. Data Link to the outside. Ultimate Eagle, a final furlong. Here comes Garrett Gomez and Data Link, and they run right by. Data Link now in front. Ultimate Eagle back to second. Geronimo, Doubles Partner late. It is Data Link to the wire to win the Citation. Data Link beat Ultimate Eagle in the 35th. Citation by 2 3/4. Doubles Partner third. Geronimo fourth.
But Shug McGahee and the East Coaster, Data Link, with a very, very sharp ride with Garrett Gomez, second choice in the wagering. They win by a comfortable 2+ lengths, returning $7 over the 2 to 1 favorite, Ultimate Eagle, off the March 3rd layoff. Doubles Partner finishes third in this year's Citation. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, more action from the Hollywood Turf Festival.
You could wait for money to start falling from the sky, or you could head down to the all-new Clubhouse Racebook and get in the game. With live horse racing on more than 250 flat-screen TVs, state-of-the-art wagering terminals, fantastic food and drinks, and amazing Vegas-style atmosphere with seating for nearly 900 of your closest friends. Conveniently located at 711 Central Avenue, right off Exit 5 of I-90 in Albany, the Clubhouse Racebook is the better choice.
Friday afternoon at Hollywood Park, 2-year-olds on the turf. Up first, the Generous Stakes, Den's Legacy, 6 to 5.
They're at the post. They're off. Dancing Upside Down breaks best and goes for the front. Den's Legacy, Christopher Street, and Counting Days in the center. Eka High is close up. Shining Copper is next. One Firm Cat is at the rail and in a tight spot. So is Under Review. Tree of Life had to check off heels, and the early trailer is Rising Legend. So the leader to the backstretch is Dancing Upside Down, and it's a 2-length advantage over Christopher Street and a 3-wide Counting Days. Den's Legacy in a perfect striking position. A willing fourth in the blue at the rail and less than 3 from the front. Shining Copper is next. Under Review has moved his way to the center of the turf course. They're both about 4 from the front. Eka High is at the rail with 5 lengths to make up. Then comes One Firm Cat and Tree of Life. They've got 7 to come, and the trailer is Rising Legend. There's a half-mile left to go in the 30th Generous Stakes, and Dancing Upside Down, trying to go it all the way. He's a length in front of Christopher Street in second. Counting Days and Den's Legacy. They're together third and fourth. Shining Copper trying to split those two for David Flores. He's fifth and 2.5 lengths off the lead. Under Review going to be 4 wide, but he's got a chance. 3 lengths from the lead. One Firm Cat is next. Then Tree of Life, Rising Legend, and Eka High, top of the stretch. And the leader is Dancing Upside Down at the rail. A strong move for Den's Legacy, and Den's Legacy has taken over the front. Counting Days. Rising Legend is flying in the center. Shining Copper inside of him. Den's Legacy, Rising Legend. These two, Den's Legacy, Rising Legend, Den's Legacy. Den's Legacy beat Rising Legend. Shining Copper was third, close for fourth.
Garrett Gomez with another score on the Hollywood Park turf course. Den's Legacy returns $4.60 for Bob Baffert. Rising Legend finishes second as the second choice, and Shining Copper finishes third under David Flores in this year's Generous. Up next, 2-year-old fillies in the Mies Stakes. Premier Steps, odds on.
They're at the post. They're off. Miss Empire and Bird Lover. Bird Lover fast and to the front. Miss Empire takes back, passed by Travesura and Something About Her. Butterfly Soul is next, then Flashy Ways, followed by Pussycat Lips and Premier Steps, and the early trailer is Redress the Balance. Travesura now pulls through from the inside to take over the lead, and she's a handful for Tyler Bays. Travesura a length in front of Bird Lover in second. Miss Empire, a 4-wide Butterfly Soul, and at the rail, Something About Her, all less than 2.5 from the front. Then comes Flashy Ways. She's moved to the inside. Nice move there, Joe Talamo. Flashy Ways, 2.5 from the lead. Then comes Pussycat Lips and Premier Steps. They've got 5 lengths to make up, and Redress the Balance is the trailer. Up the backstretch in the 21st Mies Stakes, Travesura the one to catch. Less than a half mile from the wire, Travesura is a length and 3/4 in front of Bird Lover and Something About Her, together second and third. Miss Empire in the pink is fourth and only about 2.5 off the lead. Flashy Waves continues to save ground. Butterfly Soul trying to stay with her. Pussycat Lips has 5 to come. Premier Steps is ridden along and has to go right now. 7 behind. Redress the Balance is the trailer. Travesura is the leader. Travesura off the top of the turn. She's built up a 2-length lead now over Bird Lover. To the outside, Miss Empire. Flashy Ways is looking for a way through, and it's still Travesura 16th out. Flashy Ways trying to gun her down. Bird Lover, Travesura, Flashy Ways, Travesura. Between horses comes Travesura, hangs on, and there was a horse between horses, and I can't see who it was. It was Pussycat Lips, who flew between horses. She got second, and Flashy Ways was third.
Travesura, under Tyler Bays, goes to the front, improves the position for Jeff Mullins, returns $24.80 in the upset. Pussycat Lips finishes second with Flashy Ways third. The favorite, Premier Steps, 4-5, finishes 6th in this year's Mies. And wrapping up the Turf Festival on Sunday afternoon at Hollywood Park, a couple of Grade 1 races. Up first, the fillies and mares going a mile in the Matriarch. Day at the Spa, 8-5.
They're at the post. They're off. Emulous, slow start. Day at the Spa and Summer Soiree, break running. Better Lucky is at the rail. Then comes Future Generation. Future Generation into third. Star Billing and Tis Flirtatious are next. Emulous after that. Tardy Beginning is second to last. And the early trailer is Vamo a Galopiar as they turn into the backstretch. Summer Soiree will be the pace setter. Oh, something's gone wrong with Day at the Spa. Something went terribly wrong there with Day at the Spa. She might have brushed off the rail. It looked like the rider almost came off Javier Castellano. He's got her back in stride, but Day at the Spa, something really went amiss turning into the backstretch. So that lands Summer Soiree all alone up front as they run past the half-mile pole. Summer Soiree is now 5 lengths in front of Future Generation in second. Better Lucky is third. Day at the Spa is back in stride now, but she's fourth and about 8 behind. Star Billing is next. Outside of her, it's Emulous. Then comes Tis Flirtatious, and Vamo Galopiar is distantly last around the far turn in the 31st Matriarch. Summer Soiree gallops to the quarter pole in charge. She is 3 lengths in front of Future Generation and Better Lucky. Here's Better Lucky into second, and after the front running Summer Soiree. Next it's Emulous. Final furlong, Day at the Spa, still 5 from the front, and Better Lucky has stormed to the lead. Better Lucky now in front of Summer Soiree in second. Between horses, Tis Flirtatious. Better Lucky, Tis Flirtatious second. Better Lucky wins the Matriarch. The 31st Matriarch went to Better Lucky and Eddie Castro a length over Tis Flirtatious. Then came Summer Soiree.
Better Lucky as the nearly co-longest shot on the board. 35-1 for Tom Albatrani and Godolphin. They win this year's Matriarch by a length. They return $72.20. Tis Flirtatious finishes second, and Summer Soiree, once again trying to make every pole a winning one, finishes third at 21-1. The $2 trifecta in an 8-horse field comes back better than $6,000. Day at the Spa, you saw that incident early in the race, was fortunate to finish 5th as the 8-5 favorite. Up next, 3-year-olds in the Grade 1 Hollywood Derby, full field of 14, Grandeur 7-2.
They're off. Handsome Mike and Golden Ticket, Big Bane Theory at the rail. In the center, General Logan, Summerfront takes back. My Best Brother, and speaking of which, with all squared away next. Then Smart Ellis and Hara. Unbridled Command has 3 beat early. They are Powerfoot and Lucky Chappie. And Grandeur is 14th and last as they race out of the chute and towards the clubhouse turn. My Best Brother and Golden Ticket. My Best Brother leads by a length. Now a lineup of 4 chase him. Handsome Mike takes up the running up into second. General Logan 3 wide. Golden Ticket now at the rail and less than 2 from the front. Big Bane Theory is next. He's about 2.5 lengths off the lead between horses, speaking of which in the red cap. Then on the outside, all squared away. Midfield, 5 off the lead. Hara is next. Then it's 2 lengths further back to Summer Front. About 7 from the lead. Smart Ellis, Unbridled Command, and Powerfoot all have 9 lengths to make up. Lucky Chappie is second to last with 12 to come. Grandeur is 16 lengths behind. Midway on the backstretch in the 71st Hollywood Derby, My Best Brother aggressive now. My Best Brother from Handsome Mike going into the far turn. Golden Ticket races in third and 2.5 from the lead. Speaking of which is in striking position. Unbridled Command gonna be wide. General Logan's got a chance. Big Bane Theory at the rail. Then comes all squared away. The filly Hara is midfield, 7 off the lead. Powerfoot is next. Then comes Summer Front. Smart Ellis, Lucky Chappie. Grandeur is still the trailer, going to have to pass 13 in the final quarter mile. Here comes Unbridled Command off the top of the turn. Unbridled Command suddenly 2.5 in front of My Best Brother in second. Lucky Chappie, Grandeur is closing and closing strong, but Unbridled Command is 4 in front. Grandeur rallies, but too late. Unbridled Command wins the Hollywood Derby. By a length and 3/4, Grandeur passed only 12 and ran second. Lucky Chappie third, and Hara finished fourth.
But Unbridled Command well back early under Javier Castellano, who had no luck in the matriarch. Finds $16 good fortune for Tom Bush as the East Coasters have great success going out west on the turf this year. Grandeur last early, past 12 horses, but couldn't quite get there as the 7-2 favorite. Lucky Chappie, well back early, also finishes third. Just a quick note on the running positions early in the Hollywood Derby in the trifecta horses: 11th, 14th, and 3rd off the pace. Very successful in this year's Hollywood Derby. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, the holiday action from the Big A.
And they're off.
With more than 70 convenient locations, internet wagering at CapitalOTB.com, and live operators ready to take your call, Capital OTB is the better choice for wagering on thoroughbred and harness racing. Stop by one of our locations to bet in person, or open a Capital Bets account and place your bets over the phone, or at CapitalOTB.com. Whether you're on the road or in the comfort of your own home, Capital OTB is the better choice.
Half a dozen stakes from the Big A commencing on Thanksgiving Day. The 99th running of the Fall Highway. This one's for Phil, 6-5.
And they're off. A bad stumble at the break there. I believe it was Willie Beeman that did stumble coming out of there. Moving up the backstretch run, and this one's for Phil. Strikes out for that lead immediately. Cash Electronica on the chase second. Willie Beeman is third. Then a break of 3 back to Mine Over Matter and Small Town Talk. This one's for Phil. Up the backstretch with the lead. Cash Electronica is on the chase second. Willie Beeman perched out there third. 22-2 was the opening quarter mile. 2 at the back of the pack. Our Mine Over Matter and Small Town Talking around the far turn. This one's for Phil, grinding it out on that lead. Cash Electronica is full out second. Willie Beeman not responding yet. And then it's Mine Over Matter, followed by Small Town Talk as the field turns for home. This one's for Phil, drills a sparkling 44-4 half mile. But here comes Cash Electronica, mounting a final bid as they enter the final furlong. Mine Over Matter's third. This one's for Phil, desperately trying to hang in there. But here comes the 7-year-old pro, Cash Electronica, on by to take the lead and win the Fall Highway Handicap. Toting 133 pounds, was a 3-length winner. This one's for Phil, was second, and Mine Over Matter was third.
And Cash Electronica, a brilliant performance under Javier Castellano. They win by 4 lengths as the second choice in the wagering for Todd Pletcher and what will be the very familiar Silks of Rapoli stable. They return 640. This one's for Phil. Finishes 4.5 lengths in front of Mine Over Matter. Friday afternoons, the Distaffers in action. The Gold for Juan. Fantasy of Flight, 7-10.
And they're off. It's a good start for Fantasy of Flight. Good enough to get to the lead in the first 50 yards. Willett, though, not far behind in second. Nefertiti, a little rank there, runs along in third. Our Gypsy Gold and Hard Life held up at the back of the pack. Up front, it is Fantasy of Flight. Out there now by 2 lengths as Ramon Dominguez tries to ration out that speed of hers. With that, here comes Nefertiti up and after. 23-4 was the relatively slow opening quarter mile for the very speedy Fantasy of Flight. Controlling the speed here, Dominguez just keeping her a controlled length ahead of Nefertiti second, our Gypsy Gold third, and Willett now getting under a busy ride and 5 lengths back to Hard Life, the trailer. So the opening quarter went in 23 4/5 seconds. The half, they picked up the tempo there, 46 4, but still a very reasonable tempo for Fantasy of Flight. Nefertiti trying to keep that pressure on second. Our Gypsy Gold in a drive nonetheless. Still third. Willett takes to the outside fourth. 4 lengths behind. It's Hard Life as they come to the top. There goes Nefertiti. Nefertiti has taken over from Fantasy of Flight. Fantasy of Flight, no response. And Nefertiti's in front at the top of the stretch. Willett is second. Fantasy of Flight is fading. Hard Life coming up on the far outside. Final furlong, Nefertiti and Willett. Hard Life third, down to the 16th. It is Willett and Nefertiti. Ding-dong battle down to the line that was won by Nefertiti. Nefertiti by a head. Willett was second. Hard Life was third.
Nefertiti scores the upset victory, returning $20 on the button for Alan Goldberg and Alan Garcia. Willett finishes second. Longest shot on the board, Hard Life finishes third. Fantasy of Flight, 7-10, beats no one in Friday's Go for Juan. 4 stakes races from Saturday afternoon. Up first, 2-year-old fillies in the Demoiselle, 4-5, Emollient.
And they're off. Emollient veered in soon after the break. That gives Unlimited Budget the lead. Giant Cat's Eye on the outside second, and Emollient a little bit ranked there, well in behind the lead and down toward the inside, Flash Forward. So around the clubhouse turn they go, and it is Unlimited Budget the leader. Giant Cat's Eye second on the outside, and Emollient down on the fence, now rating back in third. The last of the 4 fillies is Flash Forward. The opening quarter, 24 1/5 seconds. So it's Unlimited Budget on an uncontested lead down the backstretch run. Giant Cat's Eye effectively bottling up Emollient for the moment. Emollient down inside third. They're tracked by Flash Forward fourth down the backstretch run. And so Johnny Velasquez is giving the rail here to Emollient, and Junior Alvarado tries to seize the moment, but just like that, Unlimited Budget is given a bit more rein to work with. But Emollient does get a foothold at the rail. Is now just a neck behind with a half furlong to go. No, with a half mile to go. Half was up in 48 3/5 seconds. And it is Unlimited Budget again, stretching out that lead. Giant Cat's Eye moves to second, and Emollient is now back third. Emollient trying to get back in it, but Unlimited Budget's rolling along as they come to the top of the stretch. And here comes Flash Forward with the move on the far outside. So it's Unlimited Budget to catch with 2 furlongs to do it. Emollient comes off the rail for running room. On the outside, Flash Forward, Giant Cat's Eye. Now back forth into the final furlong here, the Demoiselle. Unlimited Budget clinging to that lead. Emollient coming with determination on the outside. It is Unlimited Budget who's come off the rail just a bit. Emollient still fighting hard as they come down to the line. Unlimited Budget has done it. Brilliantly ridden by John Velasquez.
And a brilliant ride by John Velasquez, so tactfully ridden, scores the $4.10 victory for Todd Pletcher and Rapoli stable. Emollient finishes second as the odds-on favorite. Giant Cat's Eye finishes third in the field of 4 in the Demoiselle. Up next, 2-year-olds in the Remsen, the 8-5 favorite, Overanalyze, Micromanage.
And they're off. Ear south speed, and there goes Delholm with that speed of his. Vegas no-show on the fence into the turn. Up close early on here is Overanalyze on the outside, now moving to third. Ear south's back running in fourth. Stormyland fifth and advancing on the outside. Micromanage is 6 down toward the rail. Keep the Cannoli rating back in 7th, followed by Indy Solution. 8th by 3. Normandy Invasion and Keynesian Monarch are the last 2. So Delholm the leader into the backstretch run after a quarter mile in 23 4/5 seconds. Being pushed along here by Overanalyze. Vegas no-show under a long hold down toward the inside, races third. Stormyland, no better than 4th now. Micromanage rides the rails up the backstretch, 5th just inside of Aircel. Those 2 about 5.5 from the leader, Delholm. Then a break of another 2.5 to keep the Cannoli. Normandy Invasion has been given his cue early on here with 4.5 furlongs remaining. And at the back of the pack, Keynesian Monarch and Indy Solution has dropped out to trail the field. Half mile, 48 seconds flat. Delholm committed to the lead. Out there a length. Overanalyze, all-out drive is still second. And then it's Vegas no-show now being asked to pick it up with 3 furlongs remaining. Stormyland 4th, and Normandy Invasion is coming with a strong rally. Up the inside comes Normandy Invasion, and he's putting in a flying run as they come to the top of the stretch. Delholm and Overanalyze, they're 1-2 as they turn for home. Normandy Invasion to the attack on the far outside. 1 furlong to go. Delholm still in front. Normandy Invasion still coming hard, and they're coming down to the finish with Overanalyze third. Normandy Invasion. Overanalyze is fighting on. Delholm back to third. Overanalyze. Normandy Invasion. Heads bobbing up and down on the line. It may have been Overanalyze. If it was only by an inch. Normandy Invasion right there in that tight photo. Delholm was third in a thrilling renewal of the Remsen.
Overanalyzed gets up by a nose for Ramon Dominguez, Todd Pletcher, Rapoli Stable. They returned $5.50. Normandy Invasion well back early, finishes second. Delholm, the early leader, finishes third in the 99th Remsen. Couple of Grade 1 races from Saturday afternoon. Up first, the Cigar Mile, Groupie Doll, even money.
And they're off. Buffum sent out after that early lead. Coyle has early speed. Groupie Doll there on the far outside, followed by Hymn Book, and Stay Thirsty is the last of the five up the backstretch run. Coyle's got a short lead. Buffum right there with Coyle just to their outside. Sits Groupie Doll in third, and Stay Thirsty in behind Horses on hold fourth in the early stages here. Hymn Book is 2 lengths behind Stay Thirsty. Opening quarter up in 23 and 4/5 seconds. So Buffum sharing the lead with the Californian Coyle. And perched just outside them is Groupie Doll, right up and on the pace today with 5 furlongs remaining. In behind that group looms a Travers winner in Stay Thirsty. And a break of another 5 back to Hymn Book treading the field. Coyle, Buffum, head-to-head with a half mile to go. Half was up in 47 seconds flat. Groupie Doll's just a length behind the front two. Stay Thirsty now being asked to pick it up here by Ramon Dominguez. Stay Thirsty about 4 from the front. 3 furlongs to go. It's still Buffum and Coyle. Groupie Doll edging closer. Stay Thirsty switch to the outside for the run past the quarter pole, and the field turns for home. Buffum, Coyle, and Groupie Doll across the track. Stay Thirsty just in behind Groupie Doll. Coming into the final furlong, it's Coyle doing battle with Groupie Doll. Those two head-to-head for the lead. Stay Thirsty is coming at them from the outside, and the filly's in front. The filly Groupie Doll trying to hold off Stay Thirsty. Groupie Doll and Stay Thirsty. A thrilling finish. Photo finish! Groupie Doll and Stay Thirsty. A head-bobbing finish that was too close to call here. Coyle was third in the Cigar Mile.
In a very exciting finish, Stay Thirsty, winless this year, breaking from the rail, going the mile, gets up in a photo finish that was so very close. Stay Thirsty wins by a nose for Ramon Dominguez, Todd Pletcher, Rapoli Stable. They pay $7.50. Groupie Doll didn't quite look as sharp as she did in the Breeders' Cup or her prep, finishes second. Coyle finishes third. The running time, 1:35.47, one of the slowest cigar miles ever. Who won the slowest cigar mile? Naturally, Cigar, when he won it as the Naira Mile. Final race on this week's program, 3-year-olds, Grade 1, the Gazelle, dance card 8 to 5.
And they're off. Wildcat Smile, early speed. My Wandy's Girl, very eager on the outside early on. Dance card comes through down toward the rail. And then it is Jemima's Pearl on the outside, followed by Lady Cohiba, Sea Island, and Book Review at the back. Up front, it's Dance Card leading the way. And My Wandy's Girl going to run right with her. Second on the outside, right up and on the pace today. 2 lengths back, Wildcat Smile races third, followed by Lady Cohiba fourth. Opening quarter up in 23 and 4/5 seconds. Then back there in fifth is Jemima's Pearl, followed by Sea Island, Well Held, and Book Review. Starting to advance now. Book Review moving up a couple spots down the backstretch run. Dance Card moving well in front. And so, too, is My Wandy's Girl. Johnny Velasquez has a pretty good hold of her. Not anxious to get the lead yet. Half was up in a tepid 48 and 3/5 seconds. So they're heading for the half-mile pole. It's Dance Card on top. My Wandy's Girl just glued to her second. Wildcat Smile third. Lady Cohiba in the clear fourth. And there goes Book Review now. Book Review mounting an earnest bid. Now fifth on the outside. Just 4 lengths behind Dance Card and My Wandy's Girl. Still at the back, Sea Island and Jemima's Pearl. 2.5 furlongs remaining here. Dance Card still in front. Now beginning to get away. Dance Card comes off the turn with the lead by a length and a half. My Wandy's Girl is full out, but second, Lady Cohiba, then down inside Wildcat Smile, and they're coming down to the final furlong. And Dance Card is drawing away. Ramon Dominguez stealing a peek back. Once again, Dance Card is drifting out, but once again, Dance Card is well in front. Dance Card scores again. Won it by 4 lengths on the line. It was a photo for second between Sea Island coming up fast to the finish with My Wandy's Girl. Lady Cohiba fourth.
Dance Card scores the popular $5.30 victory, making every pole a winning one, winning by 4 under Ramon Dominguez for Kieran McLaughlin and Godolphin Stable. Long shot Sea Island finishes second, with My Wandy's Girl finishing third in the 117th running of the Gazelle. That wraps up this week's edition of Horses and Courses. We will see you next time.